how you doing? Happy Wednesday. You know, I just got off a call a while ago, and inside of that call there was some questioning about thoughts and how to make the right decision, and how do you know you're in the right space? And as I thought about the answer, it kind of mirrored for me what I was thinking about when I got back to a note that I had this morning. So it's so easy to look at situations and you say to yourself, well, which way do I go? Like, what do I choose? Like, what's the right thing here? What's the best thing here? Here's where I know, kind of the center of it. So all these things are going crazy. You don't know what to choose, and you're thinking to yourself, well, flip, which is the right answer? Here, it's really simple. It's just like so black and white for me. Sometimes you gotta just stop. You've got to go like this and not listen to anyone else around you, and you've got to allow love to lead. And when I say let love lead, I really truly mean this concept of let love lead you. Like, let love be the guidance. Let love be the thing that lets you stand there and look at the situation, look at the scenario, and you say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to trust my gut because I know that this is a decision I can feel confident, I can feel comfortable in, I can feel safe in. Let love lead you. You always know that you're in the right space when you're working with someone, when you're dealing with a client, when you're dealing with a husband, a family member, a friend, a child, a neighbor. Like, it doesn't really matter who it is. It's really simple. You know that you're in the right space when you make a decision, and the decision you're making, you're allowing love to lead you. You're allowing love to guide you. You're allowing love to drive the decision. You know why? Because love will never lead you wrong. Because at the end, there's really only kind of two forces, right? There's love, and then there's, I won't say hate, but I'll say selfishness, right? Or something that's self-centered or self-serving. And I'm not thumbs downing that for anybody, but what I am saying is that, if you can let love lead, let love drive the game, you'll find that decisions will be 10 times easier, because you won't have to negotiate with yourself. You won't have to second question yourself. You won't have to ask yourself, man, am I on par? Am I right? Am I even close? No, absolutely not. You'll totally 210% be in a space where you can say, you know what? Well, damn it, I'm going to let love lead. And in me letting love lead, this is what it looks like for me. This is what that looks like at this moment. This is what that feels like at this time. It's just that simple. So for me, some of the decisions that I struggle with, or I actually will say this, some of the decisions I used to struggle with that used to be foggy to me, once I changed my own perspective and I said, you know what, how does this serve the other person? Or more importantly, how do I let love lead this game? Game changes. There's no more for me to be said. That's why every day when I end my business day, when I'm done talking with clients, when I'm done hanging out with friends or family, when I'm dealing with a child that's struggling with something, when I'm responding to my husband, when I'm sitting at a table amongst other leaders and I need to make a decision, you know what? I don't feel any way anymore. I used to feel a way, like years and years ago. I can remember being forced to make decisions, and I'm like, which is the right way? But once I kind of got this concept underneath me, and it was like, let love lead, and I let love and allow love to guide. Love totally guides how I respond to clients. Love guides how I build programs. Love guides how I build pricing. Love guides how I deal with issues, how I deal with tension, how I deal with drama, how I deal with my husband, how I deal with my kids, how I mother. And you know why? Because it's easy. Because I know love will never lead me wrong. I know that love will allow me to make the best decision for everybody involved. I know that love will allow me to not be blinded by maybe something that's uncomfortable, or pain, or frustration, or maybe even anger that's in front of me. Love will totally guide me in a different direction. And you're never going to always make the right decision. I mean, I hear people say, oh, yes, you'll get to... Nah, I don't believe that. I don't believe we're ever going to always make the right decision. I believe that we get the opportunity to make a decision, and some of the time we look back and we're like, well, flip, that decision didn't really work. And what's really great about that is that we get the opportunity to make a new decision. We get to make a new decision. Now, that is bomb. That is great. That is fantastic. As long as I let love lead, I at least know one thing's for sure. I'm confident in one thing. I know that I'm headed down the right path and the right direction for any outcome. As when nothing is more frustrating than looking at a scenario and saying, well, what's the way out of this thing? What's the best thing out of this thing? And a lot of the times those answers don't jump out at you. They don't slap you in the face. And because they don't slap you in the face, hey man, I have found 210% time and time again, hiring to firing to just about anything that I do, if I just let love lead, the conversation's a whole lot easier, and I don't really have to struggle. It makes the game so much easier. So that's it for me. I'm done for the moment. I've enjoyed spending time with you. So Comment, let me know what you're thinking, share. Yes, I'd absolutely love to hear it. But I'm going to tell you this. You find yourself in a moment where you're like, what do I do? Let love lead. Let love lead. That's it. See ya. Bye.